Hare Krishna, we'll get started. So we'll start with the prayers. I'll do a short kirtan. We'll chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gnanajana Shalakaya Chakshurmittamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo O Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanada Swamiti Namni. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namni. Namaste Saraswate Devangarvani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Parshata Deshtarani. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sidvaita Dhadara Shivashadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to our Gita study session. We are in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and this chapter is titled Gnana Vijnana Yoga. Gnana means knowledge, Vijnana means superior knowledge or realized knowledge about the God Himself. So this chapter is from the Bhakti Yoga section of Bhagavad Gita. From this chapter until chapter 12, Krishna talks everything about Himself. For a person to attain self-realization or to attain the Supreme Lord or to develop bhakti towards the Supreme Lord, one has to know everything about the Lord. More we learn about the Lord, more we develop attraction and attachment towards the Lord. More we know the greatness and glories of the Supreme Lord, more we develop love towards the Supreme Lord. So bhakti is in English, it's translated as devotion. Bhakti is love, loving exchange between us and the Supreme Lord. So bhakti is not new. The so-called love, emotion of love is not new. So we have that. We develop attachment and love towards material things or our family members. That's all good. But the same love, when we shift towards the Supreme Lord, out of selfless motive, without any selfish motive, just a selfless love, just to love and worship the Supreme Lord. Right? So that's called bhakti. But the same bhakti, when intensified, the meditation or devotion towards the Lord is intensified, that becomes yoga, bhakti yoga. So for one to break the cycle of birth and death, there are different paths. The path of karma yoga, path of ashtanga yoga, and path of bhakti yoga. Karma yoga leads to purification of mind. With that purification of mind, one can fix his mind on the Supreme Lord. It becomes easy. In the path of Ashtanga Yoga, one has to fix his mind on himself, his own Atma, and meditate. It would take months, years, lifetimes, at least to stabilize the mind and fix the mind. And Arjuna himself expressed his inability to do so. So looking at Arjuna, Krishna spoke these Bhakti Yoga chapters. Krishna speaks everything about himself so that we develop attraction, attachment towards the God himself. So Krishna says in the 7th chapter onwards, he says, I'm going to tell you the most important, most confidential message. Listen attentively. And Krishna further says, the entire cosmic manifestation, the entire cosmic existence, like earth, water, fire, air, either this universe or many, many universes, they all emanated from the Supreme Lord. And Krishna is the source of that. Everything emanated from the Supreme Lord, but they're still dull matter, Jada Vastu. Right? And superior to that, material man existence, superior to that, there is another existence, that is the soul itself. The soul is cognizant, he has knowledge, he has gnanamaya, and he is cognizant, and the material existence is just for the purpose of soul to live in this existence. And superior to the soul, there is a super soul, Ishvara, the Supreme Lord. And there is Krishna himself says, Mattha Paratram Nasti Kinchinasti Dhananjaya. There is nothing superior to him. He himself is a superior. And he makes the dull matter, the material things, and also the soul function. He pervades in each and every one, and he resides as Paramatma in the heart of a living entity, in the soul. He resides, and he also resides in each and everything, everywhere. He is pervaded all over the universe. He is the soul of the universe. The universe itself cannot function without the presence of soul. Krishna gives an analogy like a necklace. All the pearls are strung to the necklace very nicely. It is because of presence of thread. When the thread is removed, all the pearls will fall apart. So thread is the one which is sustaining all the pearls. So similarly, Krishna is saying he is the thread, not just the thread, but he is like the thread. He's the super soul. It is because of him only entire universe is functioning. And we all, like the pearls, we all rest on the Supreme Lord. And Krishna further goes how he is pervaded in everyone and everything. He says he is pervaded in everyone and everything. He gives example that he is a taste in water. He is taste in water. The essence of water is taste, and he is the taste in water. Next time when we drink the water, we can feel, yes, we can feel the presence of Lord while drinking the water. He is present in the sunlight. Sunlight. He is present. He is a light in the sunlight. Krishna also says he is a heat in the fire. The fire has its attribute like heat and light. It is because of Krishna only. So Krishna is clearly saying the material things are also functioning because of presence of the Supreme Lord. The material things also got its glory because of the presence of Supreme Lord. So the idea Krishna is speaking these things is the soul gets attached, gets attracted to so many attractive material things in this world, not thinking they are attractive because of the presence of the Supreme Lord. The yogi is the one who sees the attractive things. It could be nice car, gold, jewelry, or anything, beautiful house or whatever. Doesn't get obsessed. Yogi doesn't get obsession towards the thing, but he sees it is because of Supreme Lord only. I mean, there's nothing wrong in attaining those, But a yogi's vision is different. A yogi is the one who sees presence of the Supreme Lord, doesn't get attracted or attached to material things in this world. Okay, so if Krishna is present in everyone, everything, why can't I see Krishna? Why can't I perceive Krishna? Krishna gives a big list, 14 numbers, 14 points, bullet points about how he is pervaded in everyone and everything. So why can't I see him? So Krishna says there is a illusionary energy called Maya Shakti, that is, which is consist of three modes: mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So we went through that in detail. What are those modes? How the modes propel us. Hmm? The modes propel us because of our own nature or habits, past life impressions, and many factors. We looked at all those in detail in our previous sessions. So these modes trigger us, propel us, and because of that, we act in a certain way. And because of these modes, there is a covering in our vision. We can't see the Supreme Lord's present in everyone. We see only the exterior things only, and we get attracted towards it. So so there is a covering. The covering is Maya Shakti, the Prakriti, which is obscuring our vision, which is concealing our vision. Okay. So Krishna also gives the solution. Krishna spoke about the problem that we cannot see the God presence of the Lord in everyone, everything. And there is a solution. In the solution, Krishna says, Prapatti. Daivi Yesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Durateya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Maya Mitam Tarantite. If a person surrenders to Krishna with pure love and devotion, without any selfish motive, by such continuous practice, can see Krishna, can perceive Krishna in everyone and everything. But there are some people who do not see that. Krishna categorizes into two sets. One is Dushkritina and Sukritina. So we covered until that. We covered the Dushkritina part. Okay. So what is Dushkritina? Dushkritis, right? That is the person who has committed sins. Okay. So the person who has committed sins because of his past life sins, he has no interest on the God. It doesn't take shelter of the God. Okay. So we'll see those. We covered that in our previous session. Nama Dushkritana Moda Prapadyante Naradama Maya Prahata Gnana Asuram Bhavam Ashritaha. So Krishna talks about four types of people who do not take shelter in the Lord. They just don't want God in their life. They just don't want God in their life. They do not take shelter of the Lord. So Krishna categorizes and speaks about those four people, four set of people. So we'll look at it again so that we can, when we go into the next verses, it will be easy for us to connect. So what are those? The first person Krishna says is Muda. Muda means ignorant. He doesn't have any knowledge about the God. He doesn't want to know about the God. He's just living his life. Just, just like for enjoying through senses, gratifying the senses, and living happily. He doesn't show any interest about scriptural study or doesn't show any interest on the God himself. He doesn't know why he is in distress. He doesn't know why he is in happiness, why he has to go through suffering. He has no idea. He just lives a life. And scriptures call it as like animalistic life. Don't take me wrong. I'm not saying that scriptures is saying. So such a life is called animalistic life. Living a life just for sense pleasure. So it's called Muda. And other category, other set of people who do not take shelter of the Lord, who do not accept the Lord, are Naradamas. So this category is like lowest among mankind. Krishna says Naradama means lowest among mankind. Who are those people who are lowest among mankind? So these people, this set of people, they have some knowledge. They heard from parents or some relatives or friends, right, about God, about Bhagavad Gita, about scriptural study, but they don't show any interest. So previous category, they never heard anything about the Bhagavad Gita, and that they don't show any interest. And this category, they heard, they know who is Krishna, they know something like Bhagavad Gita exists, but they still don't show interest. They don't show interest in, we can ask, when you say, like, those people say, when we talk to them, they'll say, like, I know Krishna, I know Bhagavad Gita, but I don't have interest now. Let me enjoy my life. When I'm 60, 70, yeah, that is the time I'll try to learn about the God. Try to learn about Bhagavad Gita. I'm not ready yet. So we see this different set of people all over the world, all over the universe, not just on Earth planet and different planets too. Right? There are people, like, they don't show interest in self-realization, or they don't show interest in scriptural study. They have some knowledge. Okay, so this is Naradama. And other set of people, Maya Aprita Gnana. So these set of people, they have studied the scriptures. They have studied Ramayana, they studied Bhagavatam, they have studied Bhagavad Gita, but they understood in a totally different way, totally wrong way. They say, like, I know Ram, and I studied Ramayana, I know Ram. Ram is just like a normal human being. He cried for his wife. What kind of God he is? His wife is abducted by the demon and he couldn't do anything. What kind of God he is? So he studied, but he had a misconception. There are some set of people. And Krishna also stole butter, and Krishna also steal the clothes of Vrajavasis, all the people. What kind of God he is? So trying to find the faults in the God's Leela, and trying to say, like, God is nothing but a human being, you know. And this is one case. Other case also, like, they study the scriptures, but not from the right school, not from a bona fide school. If you don't study from a bona fide school, our knowledge is also limited. The Vedas, Upanishads, scriptures, Bhagavad Gita is so vast. And in Sanatana Dharma, there are different schools. Hmm? Um, right. And you may see different flavors. Like, some people say, like, God is only light. Some people say, like, God doesn't have a form. But the pure Vaishnava, if you go to Vaishnava schools, they say, like, God has a form. He is a person. He resides in the spiritual world, and the goal of life is to attain the spiritual world, break the cycle of birth and death. Vaishnava school's teaching has complete details, but the different schools give the different conception, and not may not be from a bona fide school. They people get bewildered, and they try to speculate by themselves about the nature of the God, and they do not surrender to God. They do not take shelter of the God. So all these people, no knowledge about the God, or some knowledge about the God, or they have knowledge but they studied and misinterpreted in a wrong way. All these three people, they do not surrender to God. And the fourth one is Asuram Bhavam Ashritaha. Now, this person also has knowledge, but he developed enmity towards the God. It's not like everybody, there are some set of people. In olden days, like Ravana, Hiranyakashipu, and many people also, they develop enmity towards the Lord. When Krishna was physically present when he was doing his pastimes, so Jarasandha, Kalayavana, and many demons, they developed enmity towards the Lord. It's not that they are not aware of the scriptures, they are aware, but they think they are more powerful than the God. And some people, that is one category. Some people, they think they themselves are God. I am God. Why should I surrender to God? So yeah, there are different. These are the four categories. Krishna says this set of people, they do not accept the Lord, they do not take shelter of the Lord, and they just go through this repeated cycle of birth and death. They'll never come out of this. And Krishna talks about this in 17th chapter also a little bit. Anyway, so we'll start the verse. So now Krishna talks about Sukritina. So in previous verse, Krishna talked about Dushkritina. Dushkritina means the person who has committed sins in many previous lifetimes. Because of those sins, he has no interest in God. He doesn't take shelter of the God. And Krishna talked about four kinds of people who do not take shelter of the God because of past life sins. And now Krishna is going to talk about Sukritina, the good people. So this set of people who have performed good deeds, not sinful deeds, good deeds. And because of those good deeds, they got the opportunity to approach Lord. So it's not easy. If you are worshipping the Lord, it's not an easy thing. We have done so many good pious deeds in many previous lives. Okay, I'll ask someone to read this and we'll get into the discussion.
चातुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिनो अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुर अर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च Bharatarshaba. O best among the Bharata, four kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distress, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he is searching for knowledge of the absolute.
Thank you. So here Sukritina. Krishna says Sukritina. These are pious people. The four set of people. We'll look at it in the next slide. So these four set of people, four types of people, they take shelter of the Lord. They worship the Lord. Krishna did not say prapatte here. In previous verse, Krishna says prapatte, means taking shelter. But Krishna used the word here, bhajante mam. Bhajante means worship. Worship. Like going to temple, worshipping the God, or accepting the Lord. There is some supreme reality exists. I need to take shelter of the Lord. Or doing some seva to the Lord. All those things. Who will do that? These four set of people. So we'll analyze a little bit. So let few more details about good karma. And I think we spoke about that very much in first 6 chapters. But for any new participants, I'll speak about that a little bit. So any actions we do, it fall into two categories. One is good action or bad action. Good karma or bad karma, or karma, vikarma in Sanskrit. Okay. So if you're living a life and doing some actions according to the scriptures, according to our dharma, and not just that, and also helping others, yajna dhana tapa karma, helping others in need. Those are all actions will give good results. Living according to dharma plus helping others. That's also part of dharma, though. So helping others, helping people who are in need, and all those things. There are good actions. They produce good results. And there is a vikarma, bad karma, that is sinful actions, like breaking the rules, hurting someone, insulting someone, punching someone. So all those things. And if we are the cause of suffering of someone else, it gives bad reactions, bad karma. Okay. So directly, physically, or verbally, anyway. So this any actions will produce reactions. So Krishna talked about the people who have done sinful. Because of their sins, they do not approach the Lord. And Krishna is talking about the four kind of people who have done pious deeds. They show interest in Bhagavad Gita. They show interest in the God. They show interest in seva to the Lord. So let's see one by one. The first thing here, Krishna says, Ardha. Ardha or Dhardi, Jignasu, Gnani. So the first thing is Ardha, Ardhi. So this is a person who is distressed. The person who is distressed or lost possessions, go to God. Example, if a person has a son, if a person has a son and he's suffering with some unknown disease, we see it happens. We don't see, like, if you have or if we came across the situations, we are very well aware of this, right? So doctor says, I can't do anything. There is no medical thing which can be used to cure this disease. And only God can do that. Only if you want to save your son, you need to approach a superior, higher reality, divine reality. Only He can help you. I can't help you. We hear this from the doctors also. Right? Because not death is not in our control, in the control of doctors or anyone. No one can stop death. Right? So no one can stop certain types of diseases, but scientifically one may come and do some research and produce some medicines, but not all can be cured. There is a supreme higher reality than the science, right? So sometimes doctors also says, like, I can't do anything, only God has to do something. Right? So this person, because of so much love towards his son, and when he hears doctor saying that, where this person has to go, no hope, doctor says no hope. And this person has, if this person has some pious credits from previous life, he will be reminded, he'll be aware, or he'll be reminded that, okay, this is the time I need to go to God. He will take shelter of the Lord. So there are three types of people. Like, if a person in the mode of ignorance, a person in the mode of passion, or the person in the mode of goodness, what they do if they are in distress. If a person in the mode of ignorance, if he is in distress, he will take the shelter of illicit things like alcohol, or or all the prohibited places. He goes and takes the shelter and sit, cry, and do those things. The person in the mode of passion, where he take the shelter, he throw money. He says, like, okay, no problem, I'll throw money, I'll go here and there. But a person, if he is in the mode of goodness, he thinks, he analyzes, he rationalizes, he analyzes. What should I do now? Maybe I need to approach someone. But if a person in the mode of transcendence, like he has good credits from previous life, he has some bhakti from previous life, such a person takes shelter of the Lord. He goes to the Lord, he surrenders to the Lord. God, help me. You are my only hope. You are my only hope. Okay, so these kind of people who go to the God, even though they are going for selfish reason, they are accepting the Lord. And in next verse, Krishna says, these are Mahatmas, they are good people. These are glorious people. I have no concerns with them. There is nothing wrong in approaching the Lord. One should not think like, I should not approach the Lord. If a child has a problem, where the child should go? The child should go to his father. If the child is going to father's friend or neighbors to help, father doesn't like it. Father wants the son, his own son, to go to him because the son is under the shelter of the father. Right? So there's nothing wrong in taking shelter and when we are in distress approaching the Lord. So, but some set of people who approach the Lord only for problem solving. God, you help me, Once the problem is solved, okay, bye. Maybe I'll see you when I have the problem again. So there are two sets. But anyway, either way, Krishna in next verse says, still good. I like the person. Even if he's coming with a problem and is going away, not coming again, still that person is good. I don't have problem with that. Krishna says in next verse. Okay. So the person who goes to God is in distress and he's lost his possessions and he has no hope and his only hope is God. He's surrendering, taking shelter of the God, worshipping the Lord to solve the problems. So in scriptures, we can say there is an example we can say in scriptures, and we know I told the example of regular life, but in scriptures, the person who has taken the shelter is Gajendra. So Gajendra was a great devotee of the Lord. We can't categorize him like a Ardha who is in Ardha devotee, like who is suffering, he's taking shelter only because he's suffering. But this analogy explains like he approached the Lord only when he was in distress. So he was caught, I mean, this elephant. There's a long story, but I'll keep it short. Otherwise, we'll be talking about the whole story. So he was an elephant. He was nicely swimming in the water. There is a crocodile who caught the leg of this elephant, and he was in great distress. And because of that, he called out the name of the Lord. He offered praise, Gajendra Moksha and Gajendra Moksha. The nice prayers are offered by Gajendra. And when the Lord comes, he says that Gajendra says, I called out because of I called you out because I want to offer this flower before I die. That is the reason I called you. I'm not calling you because I'm in distress. But he really called because he was in distress. It is because he was in distress, his knowledge was awakened that I need to call Krishna now. Okay, in Gajendra Moksham, it is given that Gajendra was none other than King Indradyumna. He was a great devotee of the Lord. And because of his past life bhakti, he was able to remember the Lord during distressful situation. There is nothing wrong in that. Okay, because of past life bhakti, he was able to remember the Lord in this lifetime. Okay, that is Ardha. Okay, so next category, Krishna goes Ardhardi. This person has no problem, but he wants more. This person is not happy with what he has. He wants more. A dil mange more. So God, I know you can give me. You give me more wealth. Going to the God, worshipping the Lord, doing all kinds of puja to the Lord, just for only one purpose, that is wealth. God, only you can give me the wealth. I'll surrender to you. I'll worship you. So here when Krishna says this, Krishna is not talking about demigods. There is a demigod puja, worship like Indra, Varuna, Chandra, different demigods. Krishna is not talking about those demigods, but Krishna will talk about those demigods in next upcoming verses. But in this verse, Krishna is saying the God himself, the Vishnu, the Supreme Lord, right? So people are taking shelter of the Supreme Lord, worshipping the Supreme Lord for a possession, wealth. Once the wealth is attained, some set of people they continue, some set of people they may not continue. So in later verses, Krishna also says it is he gives the faith, like, by giving such things. Once faith is developed towards the Lord, Krishna gives, no problem. Okay, so in scriptures there is a person called Dhruva who approached the Lord out of seeking something. He was also a great devotee of the Lord in previous lifetime, and because of his past life bhakti, he approached the Lord to seek a higher position than his father, and he meditated, he performed Ashtanga Yoga, and Supreme Lord himself appeared. Okay, so these are two sets, one set of group, one set of people, that is Arda, who is in distress, who approach the Lord. The second set of people who seek money, wealth, possessions, they approach the Lord. Some people continue or some people discontinue to going to the God. We say, like, if a person believing in certain God, and if the God is granting, they accept it. God is fulfilling the desires and giving the possessions. They say, like, okay, this God is, he likes me so much. but the same God is not giving what this devotee desired, not fulfilling the desires of this devotee, and this devotee could develop hatredness towards the Lord. He could go some other God. Okay, today you're not satisfying my desire, I'll go to the God B. If you're not satisfying my desire, I'll go to the God C. Anyway, there are different set of people, different categories. So one category, out of distress, he takes shelter. Other category, he wants more, he takes shelter. But Krishna used the term Sukritina. They are still good people. They have done good credits, good karma in previous life, and they also have some bhakti, devotion. It is because of that they are taking shelter of the Lord for any selfish reason. So next one is Jignasu. That is inquisitive. This person is inquisitive. So why this person is inquisitive? About what this person is inquisitive? So the inquisitiveness comes after going through these stages, right? So this person is going to the God, taking shelter of the God. Krishna, I'm in big trouble, you help me. And Krishna helped. And he's going that again and again, this lifetime, many lifetimes. And also people are going to the Lord to attain wealth. This lifetime, many lifetimes. After going through these phases, one develops an inquisitiveness. I mean, the jignasa will be awakened. Why am I going through these problems? Who is the cause of my problems? Why am I losing my possessions? Why am I running behind these possessions? This is happening to me again and again throughout my life. I'm just living a life just like this, ardhan ardhardi. There must be a life superior to this. So why this happening to me? Who is this person who is fulfilling my desires? When I'm suffering, he's helping me. When I need more, he's helping me. Who is that person? I want to know more about the person. I want to know why this is happening to me. Who am I? This is all inquisitive questions. These are unanswered questions, like, who am I? Who are we? We can't get all these answers in a magazine or in a books in a library or in a novels. These kind of answers will get only in Bhagavad Gita. Who are we? Why we are going through distress? Why are we running behind these material possessions? So, yeah. So person becomes inquisitive after going through these first two stages, and he starts inquiring and he works towards self-realization. And trying to control mind, trying to control senses, and working towards liberation. He's an inquisitive person. He's trying to learn more about all these things. And the next category is Gnani. Gnani is knowledgeable person. He been through all these things, and he studied Bhagavad Gita. In short, keep it simple, he studied Bhagavad Gita. And he has inquisitiveness, inquiry. He learned and he studied. Now he started with that knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. He's going into next step. A Gnani, a knowledgeable person. He has knowledge. He has knowledge about himself, that he is not this body, he is soul. He has the knowledge about the ultimate truth, the absolute truth, the Supreme Lord Krishna, and his relation with the Supreme Lord. He has some knowledge now. He has the knowledge. He has a good knowledge after studying Bhagavad Gita, and he started practicing devotional services, practicing bhakti. It could be in the beginning stages. He could drop off and discontinue. That's not, Krishna talks about that later. But Krishna is talking about this person who has faith, is inquisitive, has faith, and gained knowledge, and started bhajana. Bhajana means devotional service. Cheturvida bhajante mam. So Krishna is saying all these four set of people, they do bhajana kriya or worship. So bhajana nothing means sitting and chanting holy name. So bhajana means like accepting the Lord, studying scriptures is also called bhajana. Chanting the holy name of the Lord, japam, is also bhajana. Hmm? Bhajana is not just kirtana. Okay? These are all included. These are all bhajana kriya. Okay, so these four sort of people who worship the Lord may be out of selfish desires to solve their problems, or being inquisitive, they approach the Lord, they try to learn more about the Lord, or and those set of people also, they accept the Lord, they worship the Lord. And the other person, gnani, now he's very knowledgeable, he's a practitioner, devotee. He also take the shelter of the Lord, he worship the Lord. Okay, so one can do this worshipping the Lord because of pious credits. Otherwise, it is not even possible. That is a message. Okay, so we'll go to the next verse.
तेषां ज्ञानि नित्ययुक्त एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनो त्यार्थम् अहं स च मम प्रियः. Of these, the one who is in full knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best, for I am very dear to him and he is dear to me.
Thank you, Prabhu. So these are all Bhakti Yoga verses. These are all from the Bhakti Yoga verses, verses from the Bhakti Yoga section of Bhagavad Gita. So you'll see a common pattern. That is me and mine. Krishna says, you become devoted to me, you accept me, you worship me. So we'll see this in many verses. Okay. The irony is, even though we hear many times, we don't even develop bhakti towards the Lord. But the person who has full faith in the message of Bhagavad Gita, he started accepting the Lord. Okay, the theme, we'll see this common theme like aham mama. Right? There are two verses here, aham mama. So until 12th chapter, and also throughout Bhagavad Gita, in the Bhakti Yoga, when Krishna is conveying the message of Bhakti and Bhakti Yoga, Krishna uses this, you take shelter of me, you accept me, you love me. Anyway, so in previous verse, Krishna talked about the four set of people who accept Lord because of pious credits. And out of those four, Krishna loves one person. That is Gnani. He gone through the stages of approaching the Lord out of selfish motive. He developed good knowledge from scriptures and he started worshipping. Even though he's in the beginning stage, Krishna likes a person. Krishna loves a person. Krishna says, if a person with full knowledge of Krishna engages in devotional service, bhakti yukta seva, bhakti, Krishna is saying that for that person is very much dear to Krishna. Krishna loves that person because that person also loves Krishna. It's a loving reciprocation between Bhakta and Bhagavan, the devotee and the Supreme Lord. Krishna says, such a person who comes to the Supreme Lord with good knowledge about the Supreme Lord, who worship the Supreme Lord out of love and devotion, not out of selfish motive, who comes to the Lord with pure love and devotion, such a person is a great soul, such a person is a best soul. Krishna is saying, I love that person. So, one nice thing. So, there was a boy who was 5 years old, who goes to his mother and says, "Mother, I love you." And the mother says, "Oh, my dear son, I love you. I love you, beta, I love you." And this person who is 5 years old, he turned to be um, 16 years, and he goes to his mother and asks again. He goes to his mother and says, my dear mother, I love you. I love you so much." So this time mother says, "Okay, who is that girl? Tell me who is that girl. I know why you came." And this person turned out to be 21. Oh, sorry. When he was in 16, he says, "How much pocket money you want? How much pocket money? I know why you came." And this person turned out to be 21. He goes to the mother and says, "I love you, mother." Mother also says, "I love you so much." And now mother says, like, because he's 21, mother knows, like, okay, who is that girl? Tell me. And the same person, he turned out to be 41 years old. He's 41 years old and goes to his mother and says, "My dear mother, I love you so much. You are the best mother in the world." So this time mother says, "I told you not to marry that girl." just a him. And this person turned out to be um, 61 years old, and he goes to his mother and says, "Mother, I love you so much." And this time mother says, "I love you, but I will not sign any papers. No possessions come from me. I will not give you anything." So in this, we can see here, like, the child could go to mother out of selfish motive or selfless motive without any selfish desire. The parent knows, the mother knows why the child is going to the mother. Similarly, the God also knows why we are going to the God. Okay, and and the mother will be really happy when the child goes to the mother just to reciprocate, just to express his love without expecting anything from the mother. If the child goes just out of pure love and do some service to the mother, "Oh, mom, my dear mom, I can help you. Tell me what you need." Inquiring from the mother, taking care of the mother, helping mother, doing some seva to the mother will be really happy. Mother could give everything, whatever this child could want. But mother will be really, really happy when the child comes to the mother without any personal desire, you know, without any selfish motive. So same thing with the Lord also. God knows why we are going to the God. Even though we go to the God out of selfish motive or without any or being selfless, you're going to the Lord without expecting anything from the Lord. God knows. Okay, so God is saying, "I like a person if a person comes to me with pure love and devotion, who meditates on me, who engages in devotional service unto me." So here, devotional service is a very nice thing. So just like the child, if you love someone, we love to do something for them, right? If I love my mother, how do I express my love towards my mother? Doing some seva. I go to the mother, I inquire, "How are you, my dear mom? Are you happy? Do you need anything? Let me buy something for you. Let me buy you some gift, or let me help you solve your problems. If you are dealing with some people, then let me help you." Similarly, the bhakti or devotional service can be performed in this way also, right? Going and doing some seva to the Lord, chanting the holy name of the Lord. Purifying our consciousness is also a big thing. So Lord wants us to purify consciousness. Doing some seva to the Lord. Lord will be so happy. If you do anything out of pure love and devotion, the Lord is really happy. Lord is really happy. And Krishna, he himself is saying, "I love that person. That person is the best person, and he is very dear to me. He is very dear to Krishna. That person is very dear to Krishna." So we want to be in the good books of Krishna. How? By this. Going to Krishna out of selfless desire. So in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, so the person who is saying here is Rupa Goswami. He's one of the Goswamis of Vrindavana. They are all great devotees of the Lord. They are in exalted position. So he has written this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that is the ocean of pure devotion. So there he writes many things about the pure devotion, bhakti. He's a bhakti literature. He has given this. So in that literature, he says this, what is pure devotion? We all say pure devotion. What is a pure devotion? So that which is anya abhilashita sunyam. Abhilashita means like personal desires, personal motive. So without any personal motive, without any personal desire, the devotion which is devoid of his personal motive and personal desire. Gnana karmadi anavritam. No, not to attain doing some karma kandic activities and attaining something, or doing or developing knowledge about many other things. Devoid of any of the things. Anukulena Krishnanu. Hmm? So that devotion which is unfavorable to Krishna. What is the devotion favorable Krishna? What Krishna likes? What Krishna likes? Krishna likes us to follow our dharma and live a life according to the scriptures, and also work towards the four objectives, right? Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. You fulfill desire, no problem. Do it in a dharmic way and work towards liberation. That is also one of the primary objective human has. And also being nice with devotees, in good association, being nice with devotees, helping devotees, all those things. Anukulina Krishna, all what are the activities Krishna likes us, and all comes under into Anukulina Krishna, Shilaman Bhaktiruttama. So if a person lives a life like this, such a person is a pure person, and his devotion also pure devotion. So in Narada Bhakti Sutra, it is said that Tat Sukha Sukhitvam, Tat Sukha Sukhitvam. I'm happy when my mother is happy. This example, I'm happy when my mother is happy. The pure devotion is like, I will be happy when my God is happy. Right? With my service, if my God is happy, I'm so happy. That's a pure devotion. That's a symptom of a pure devotion. Okay, this is the last verse, and we'll end the session in a few minutes. I'll ask someone to read this.
उदाराः सर्व एवैते ज्ञानित्व आत्मैव मे मतम् आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा माम् एवानुत्तमां गतिम्. All these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in the knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Engage in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and the most perfect goal.
Thank you, Mom. So again, we see this pattern. Mom. Krishna is going to say about himself. This is from the Bhakti Yoga. So expect Krishna teaching us, helping us to accept Krishna and take the path of devotion. Anyway, so in the previous verse, Krishna said that the Gnani is the best, the person who comes or approaches the God with pure love and devotion. Such a person is the best. I love him, he loves me. And here he's saying not just that, all the four categories I said who worship me, ardha, ardhardi, distrust, who wants more wealth, or who is inquisitive about many things, about self-realization, who works towards self-realization. And the other person is Gnani. He has knowledge about everything and he started worshipping. All those are magnanimous. Krishna did not say like, if a person is coming to me to solve his problem, I don't like him. No, Krishna is not saying that. Krishna used a nice word, udara. That person is very generous, is magnanimous. Even though that person approaching me is still liking me. I see him as a pure devotee. I see him as a pure devotee. That is a love of Supreme Lord. That is a love of Supreme Lord. So mother's love is always pure, despite however the way we go, whatever the way we approach the mother's love is always pure. So similarly, the Lord's love is always pure, whatever the way we approach. But the Lord will be really happy when we are a Gnana Bhakti, with knowledge, with proper knowledge, taking the shelter of the Supreme Lord and working towards attaining the Supreme Lord. Lord will be really happy. So Krishna also adds here, if a person, all those are glorious, but the person with knowledge takes shelter of me, I love him so much. And here Krishna writes, being engaged in transcendental service, he will sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal. So human life has its goals and objectives. Right? That is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. And there is superior to moksha, that is the pure devotees want. The great souls, the great souls, the great devotees of the Lord, they do not even aspire for liberation. They do not even aspire for liberation. All they want is pure devotional service unto the Lord. They want to always think about the Lord. They want to meditate on the Lord. They want to do all kinds of seva to the Lord. They don't even aspire for liberation. Liberation is byproduct. They'll get it, but they're not worried about that. That is the highest goal. It's a Panchama Purushartha. So another Purushartha is like pure love of Godhead. So Krishna is saying clearly that if a person with pure love and devotion worships the Lord, engages in the transcendental service of the Lord, such person is guaranteed to attain the Supreme Lord, that is spiritual world. He can break the cycle of birth and death. He can go to the place where he doesn't have to come back and repeat his cycles of birth and death. And not just that, he will also attain the pure devotional service, pure love of Godhead. That is the highest goal, not even moksha. The devotees doesn't even desire for moksha. They want only to think about the Lord, meditate on the Lord, pure love and devotion. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we'll stop this and we'll continue. And next upcoming verses, Krishna continues, he says, it is very rare. Even just to develop the devotion is very rare. But if a person can do so, it's easy to attain the Supreme Lord. And Krishna further talks about some set of people who accept the Supreme Lord, but some set of people that they do not accept. They go to demigods. They take shelter of demigods. Why? And what happens when they take shelter of the demigods? We'll see that in upcoming sessions. So with that, I'll stop here. Thank you all very much for attending the session. So please feel free to share your thoughts and realizations. Thank you. Hare Krishna.